Hello, I hope everyone is absolutely fine. And you all are over with your half yearlies. Now one pressure is over. So let's move on for some new topics. Today I am going to share a video with you all related to direct and inverse proportion. In today's video, I'll be sharing about direct proportion. What I am going to share with you? Direct proportion. Fine? Now, what is there in this direct and inverse proportion? Again, you have to think that you have two quantities, say x and y. If one increases, other also increases at the same time, and one decreases, then other also gets decreased. I said if you have two quantities x and y in such a way, if one increases, another automatically gets increased, and if one decreased, other also gets decreased. Means their ratio will always be a constant value. So if x and y are two quantities such that they vary directly. Directly means that at the same time they both increase or they both decrease. Then the condition is their ratio will remain always constant. Their ratio will remain constant. This is what the concept of direct variation. Here I have taken a question to explain that if x and y vary directly, then x upon y must be a constant. The question is that you have to check whether x and y vary directly or not. Children, every time you have to calculate the ratio of x and its corresponding value of y. So just see, if you take these two, x1 upon y1, that is 1 over minus 5, fine, x2 upon y2. Children, I am taking these values of x as x1, x2, x3, x4 and values of y as y1, y2, y3, y4. You can also do it for your convenience. x2 over y2 would be 2 over minus 10. Again children, you will get 1 over minus 5. x3 over y3, it is 3 over minus 15. The same, that is 1 over minus 5. And x4 over y4, it is equals to 4 over minus 20, that is also 1 over minus 5. So you have seen children that whenever in this table we have calculated x over y, we have got the constant minus 1 over 5. If we want to write rational number in a standard form, then the minus of the denominator will shift to numerator, and every time the value is coming, the ratio is that you are getting is minus 1 upon 5. As the ratio is constant throughout the same, it indicates that x and y vary directly. If you find even a single ratio different from rest of the ratios, it means, pay attention to my words. If you find even a single ratio which is different from other ratios, it means x and y are not varying directly. If ratio remains the same, it means x and y vary directly. Children, now there is a table showing some values are given, some are unknown to you as marked x1, y1, y2, and the question says that x and y vary directly, so you find out these unknown values. As question says x and y are varying directly, it means the ratio of x and y will remain constant throughout the table. So first we look for the values where both x and y are given to us. That is 4/48. So we take this ratio and equate with the unknowns ones. Like if we want to find y1, we will take 4/48 is equals to 3/y1. Cancelled. Now by cross multiplication, you will obtain y1 is equals to 36. Likewise, if you want to calculate x1, you take the ratio 4/48 is equals to x1/84. Clear? So 4, 12. Now by cross multiplication, 12x is equals to 84. So x is equals to 7. x1 is equals to 7. Now you have to calculate y2. So again you take 4/48 is equals to 25/y2. Do cross multiplication. y2 is equals to 25 into 12. That is 300. So this is how we have taken out the values, because we are given the condition that x and y are varying directly, and we know that whenever x and y vary directly, their ratio remain constant throughout. Now students, I have taken a word problem for you that Harsh takes 150 steps in walking a distance of 125 meter. What distance would he cover in 360 steps? Two quantities are there. One is steps, another one is distance covered. Distance covered is in meter. So I have taken steps as x. I have considered steps as x and distance as y. So obviously if you will take more steps, you will cover more distance. So if one quantity is increasing, other is also increasing at the same time. So let's write in the format the same as we were doing. First he was taking 150 steps and he covered 125 meter distance. Now we have to find when he takes 360 steps, how much distance is he going to cover. So let he covers y unit distance. Harsh covers y meter distance in 360 steps. And even you can write this statement here also. Now statement of variation, that says you tell how things are going, whether they both are increasing or decreasing, or on what basis you have judged it is a question of direct variation. So we say more steps, more distance, both in the same. More distance, therefore direct proportion. Now we write as in direct proportion, the ratios are constant. So 150/125 is equals to 360/y. or if you want to make use of the concept of proportion, you can write 150 ratio 125 proportion 360 ratio y. So let's solve. 150 over 125 is equals to 360 upon y. By cross multiplication, you get y as 300 meter. So by taking 300 steps, Harsh will cover the distance of 300 meters. Children, this statement of variation and writing as a proportion, because you say the topic is direct proportion. So introduction of proportion should be there, that you introduce by writing as a proportion and then by solving like this. And lastly, you write answer statement definitely. But this statement of variation and this writing as proportion is the most important part of direct and inverse proportion. I hope you must have understood direct proportion. You can start with your work. If you find any problem, please do write in the comment box. And if you like the video, please do like, share and subscribe. You can also follow my Instagram page, Fun with Maths. Thank you everyone.